7 underrated Northern England towns that could steal your heart. Northern England is famous for cities like Manchester, Leeds and Newcastle, but its smaller towns hold a quieter kind of magic. These are the places where cobbled streets whisper history, rivers bend through valleys, and coastlines echo with mystery. They're not the headline acts of the North, but they're the supporting characters that steal the scene. In this video, we'll explore 7 underrated Northern England towns that could steal your heart, uncovering hidden gems that mix history, charm and beauty in ways that will surprise and delight you. 7. Appleby-in-Westmorland, Cumbria. Appleby-in-Westmorland sounds like it belongs in a fairy tale, and, in many ways, it does. Tucked in the Eden Valley of Cumbria, it's a town that thrives on tradition, yet embraces the peace of the present. Best known for the Appleby Horse Fair, an annual event that's one of Europe's largest gatherings of the Romani community, the town bursts into life every June with colour, heritage and spectacle. But Appleby isn't just about one event. Wander along the River Eden and you'll find stone bridges arching gracefully across the water. The market square hums with gentle energy, surrounded by centuries-old buildings. Appleby Castle, with its Norman keep and sweeping grounds, reminds you that this was once a place of real power. Why it steals your heart? It's understated, authentic, and untouched by mass tourism. For travellers seeking a Northern England town where the pace slows and the landscape wraps around you like a blanket, Appleby-in-Westmorland delivers. 6. Kirkby Lonsdale, Cumbria. Nestled on the edge of both the Lake District and the Yorkshire Dales, Kirkby Lonsdale sits at the crossroads of beauty. It's a market town that feels like it was designed to charm. Its claim to fame? Ruskin's View, a panorama over the River Lune that writer John Ruskin once called one of the loveliest views in England. And he wasn't exaggerating. Standing there, you see rolling meadows, curving riverbanks, and a timeless slice of English countryside. The town itself is a delight to wander. Narrow lanes wind past Georgian townhouses, indie cafes tempt you with homemade cakes, and traditional pubs invite you in with roaring fires. There's a rhythm to Kirkby Lonsdale that balances nature's calm with a lively local culture. Why it steals your heart? It offers the best of both worlds. It's quiet enough for reflection, but bustling enough to feel alive. In many ways, Kirkby Lonsdale is a microcosm of Northern England itself, historic, scenic, and friendly to the core. 5. Richmond, North Yorkshire. Perched proudly above the River Swale, Richmond is a town with stories etched into its very stones. The centrepiece is Richmond Castle, a Norman fortress that has towered over the town for nearly 1,000 years. Walk through its gates and you're instantly transported back to an era of knights, kings, and rebellion. The market square is the beating heart of Richmond, surrounded by independent shops, cosy tea rooms, and a sprinkling of Georgian architecture. It feels both historic and lived in. From there, cobbled lanes lead down to riverside walks, where waterfalls crash unexpectedly into view. Yes, Richmond has its very own hidden cascades. It's also the gateway to the Yorkshire Dales National Park, making it perfect for travellers who want history and hiking in one stop. Despite all this, Richmond often slips below the radar compared to nearby darlings like Harrogate or York. Why it steals your heart? It's dramatic, atmospheric, and perfectly placed. Richmond is a reminder that sometimes the most underrated towns are the ones that quietly give you everything in one package. 4. Knaresborough, North Yorkshire. If Richmond is dramatic, Knaresborough is downright enchanting. Just 4 miles from Harrogate, it's the kind of town where every corner feels like a postcard. The star of the show is the Knaresborough Viaduct, which spans the River Nid with elegant arches. From the riverside, you can see its reflection in the water, creating one of the most photographed scenes in Yorkshire. the town is packed with quirks. Painted houses clinging to steep cliffs, secret staircases linking streets, and caves filled with legends. Mother Shipton's Cave is said to be England's oldest tourist attraction, where a 16th century prophetess supposedly lived. And then there's the petrifying well, where objects left in the water seem to turn to stone, a natural wonder that feels like magic. Why it steals your heart? It's whimsical, historic, and atmospheric. Knaresborough has all the charm of a fantasy village, but with the real substance of Northern England tradition. 3. Alnwick, Northumberland. Head further north and you'll find Alnwick, a town that blends medieval might with modern creativity. Its castle is one of the most iconic in England, instantly recognisable to millions of film fans thanks to its starring role in Harry Potter. But don't be fooled, there's much more to Alnwick than broomsticks and movie magic. The Alnwick Garden is a masterpiece of landscaping, filled with fountains, tree houses, and even a poison garden where every plant tells a deadly tale. The town itself is a maze of stone houses, winding streets, and inviting pubs. You get the sense of a place that has seen centuries pass by but hasn't lost its sparkle. What makes Alnwick underrated is how often it's overshadowed by places like Bamberg or Lindisfarne. Yet those who venture here quickly discover a town that feels both regal and intimate. Why it steals your heart? Alnwick manages to be grand and cosy at the same time, giving you the thrill of history without losing its warm northern soul. 2. Hebden Bridge, West Yorkshire. Few towns wear their quirkiness as proudly as Hebden Bridge. Nestled in the Calder Valley, this little West Yorkshire town has reinvented itself from an industrial hub into a haven for artists, musicians, and dreamers. Walk along its canal paths and you'll spot narrow boats painted with bold colours, while the streets hum with creative energy. Hebden Bridge is famed for its independent spirit. Its high street is full of indie shops, craft stores and cafes where conversations linger over coffee. There's also a thriving festival culture, from arts and music to quirky local events that pull in visitors from far and wide. But perhaps its biggest charm is its community. Hebden Bridge has often been called one of the funkiest towns in Britain. And you can feel it. People here are welcoming, unconventional, and fiercely proud of their home. Why it steals your heart? It's alive, colourful, and endlessly creative. For those seeking a Northern England town with soul and spark, Hebden Bridge is hard to beat. 1. Whitby, North Yorkshire. At the very top of our list is Whitby, a town that perfectly blends seaside nostalgia with Gothic mystery. On the surface, it's a classic English coastal town. Fishing boats bob in the harbour, fish and chip shops scent the air, and seagulls squawk overhead. But scratch beneath, and you discover a storybook town unlike any other. Whitby is dominated by the ruins of Whitby Abbey, perched high on the East Cliff. It's here that Bram Stoker drew inspiration for Dracula, cementing Whitby's place in Gothic legend. Climb the 199 steps to the Abbey, and you'll be rewarded with views that take your breath away. Down in the town, narrow cobbled lanes invite you to wander, each one hiding quirky shops, old-world pubs, and timeless charm. The town also has strong maritime connections, being the birthplace of Captain James Cook. And of course, no visit is complete without sampling its world-class fish and chips. Why it steals your heart? Whitby is the full package. It's romantic, mysterious, and brimming with character. It feels both timeless and alive, a Northern England gem that deserves far more attention than it gets. Northern England isn't just about its big cities. Its smaller towns hold the region's true magic. These 7 underrated Northern England towns that could steal your heart showcase history, creativity, and charm in equal measure. Each one proves that hidden gems often shine brighter than the most celebrated destinations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and don't forget